let's talk about stress. It's always going to be part of our lives, but dealing with too much of it can affect our health in all sorts of ways. Our eating habits are one of them. When things get tough, some of us either use food for comfort while others shut down their appetites. So the question is, why does this happen? And how can you get your eating back on track even during stressful times? Mental health expert Calissa Ngozi joins me now with some answers. Great to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
So I get this, and it can be so hard when you are dealing with a lot of stress to either prioritize food or walk away from the things that you know don't feel good, but you're still so drawn to. So stress and food, it's a rising problem for some people. You say this, how come?
Well, let's label it. It is not just North America. This is a global issue. Now, food is something that provides comfort for a lot of us. So when we're living in a fast-paced environment, we've got societal pressures, and let's talk about convenience. It's so much easier to pick up something on the side of the road through drive-through than it is to cut up carrot sticks and celery sticks. So people are doing it, and unfortunately, it's unhealthy.
Yeah, it is. So what's the correlation here between stress and food? What's going on within our bodies that causes all of this to happen?
Well, stress is like our fight or flight response. So what's happening is the cortisol and the adrenaline are being activated and released. And then you've got our neurotransmitters, which has our serotonin and our dopamine, which influences our cravings. So you might be craving chocolate. I might be craving things like biscuits and donuts and French fries, but it's like a vicious cycle.
It is. And then there's effects that happen after that. So then you eat all of those things, which in the moment feel like the great choice.
Yes.
And then afterwards, you might feel unwell. You might be hard on yourself. There's all this cyclical action that ends up happening that results in not great feelings at the end of it.
So you've got things like gastro issues, like you mentioned, but then there's things like binge eating and restrictive eating, so it's all over the place, and it's emotional. So some people are overeating, they're undereating. It's really, really hard for people sometimes to navigate the preferences of food and making sure that they know that if you overeat, it's unhealthy, it's not gonna make you feel good.
So what are some of the signs that we should look out for that there's something bigger going on here, that it's stress really impacting how we're managing our food?
Well, look at your patterns. What's your pattern of eating? Are you eating consistently? Are you on a schedule? What are these thoughts and feelings that are going on in your mind? Is it negatively affecting your mental health? Are we participating in things like the binge eating and restrictive eating that we talked about? Emotional eating, because when we're stressed, I'm gonna grab a donut, I'm gonna grab some ice cream, and I'm just gonna watch Netflix all day, right? So these things are negatively impacting our ability to move forward.
Well, and I love the second point on this board that you have here, guilt or shame about eating habits. If that's becoming a large part of your mental work that you're having to do to work yourself out of that guilt or shame, or maybe you're just stuck in that guilt or shame, that's a point where you can say, hey, there might be a problem here.
Yeah, absolutely, and talk to somebody about it, right? Because it's important to get a hold on it before it gets too far.
I love you say talk to somebody about it, because there's so many things that people can do to help regulate themselves and their eating during stressful times. What do you recommend?
We can do journaling. There's meditation, there's mindfulness, talk to somebody, whether it's a social support or therapy. I think we need to talk about therapy more, that it's okay. There's the stigma attached to it, but you can go and say, listen, I feel like the stress and these negative emotions, I don't know how to deal with them. I know I'm overeating, I'm gaining weight, or maybe I'm losing weight. How can I look at that correlation and then talk to a psychotherapist, a therapist about it?
I love that so much. And I will say it till the day I die. When you're sick, you go to a doctor. When you want to get super fit, you get a personal trainer. So if you want to work on your mental health, it's okay to seek out professional help too. That is really okay. It's really normal. I've done it too. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone and make that call.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in today. It's always great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up here on the show, we will have your weather forecast. Stay with us. We'll be right back.